is the squad in ahead of Friday night?
Yeah, it's obviously Shane Griffin is close to returning. Johnny Dunleavy isn't back yet, but he's back in with us, which is good. Garrod Morrissey is back in as well, and Alan Bennett, obviously his first game back after nearly 3 months. You know, it was a hard game, so he didn't train this morning, so but he'll be back in, I presume, tomorrow. So other than that, I'd hope that we'll nearly have a full squad to choose from.
And how much of a relief was it not to have midweek game this week?
I think it's just good because, you know, we were in Sunday morning after the match against Limerick. That's the day off yesterday, and I think, you know, it's just to sort of recharge the batteries, and you know, I think that it's been very, very, very intense, and I think that's why you can see that results are, you know, unpredictable compared to other years, and so from that point of view, you know, to have a complete week going up to Derry, we're happy about, because there's a couple of things. You know, they've gone back to the Brandywell. You know, they have a new all-weather pitch, so you know, from our point of view, it's a change from training on the grass that you're back onto all-weather this week, so trying to get prepared for that.
Have you trained on all-weather pitches? Or are you going to train on all-weather pitches in the build-up to it?
Yeah, we did today and we do tomorrow, you know, just to get used to the bounce of the ball. You know, it's you know, it's fantastic. I suppose the Derry have gone back to the Brandywell, because, you know, it's great to be, you know, I always love going to, you know, the Brandywell. I always felt that Derry, Cork are similar lots of ways. You know, it's just disappointing that it's an all-weather pitch, because you know, no matter what people say, it's a totally different game on all-weather than it is the grass, and that will never change. So but at the same time, they have a very, very good home record. I think they're unbeaten. They scored lots of goals, and they have a dynamic team. You know, a lot of wise heads in amongst them, Doherty, Pears, Patterson, guys who have been around and know the league inside out, but they have a lot of talented players, obviously McAniff and Curtis and Hale. So from that point of view, you know, they're a bit like ourselves. Their home record is really, really good, and you know, they put themselves right up there to challenge for the league title, and you know, so we know it's an extremely difficult game, but at the same time, we're probably going to go up there with more or less a full squad.
John, given that Alan Bennett is only just back from injury, and like you say, with the all-weather pitch being a factor, is it likely that you kind of won't risk him on that surface?
Well, no, Alan wants to play.
Okay.
You know, he's back. He's just happy. Obviously, he's a bit stiff because of a couple of things. One, because his age. Two, because he's been out a long time,
yeah,
and coming back from injury, you have to be careful. But no, he felt grand. He just felt that, obviously, the other day, maybe in the last 15 minutes, he was, you know, he just found it hard going, and the weather was so warm. But no, he, you know, Alan will expect to play on Friday night. So we just have to gauge it. But at the same time, you know, we'll wait till close to kick-off, but, you know, at least have players come back from injury as well.
And how big an advantage do you think it is to the home team in these situations? The pitch?
Well, I think, you know, obviously any manager that has a team that plays an all-weather pitch will try and play it down and say that, you know, it's not an advantage, but, you know, let's call a spade, you know what I mean? Up to this year, you know, every pitch in the country was grass, and one club had an all-weather pitch. Has that been an advantage? Of course it has. Were they still a very good team? Of course they were. But, you know, one team playing full-time on a pitch that no one else does, of course that's an advantage, you know what I mean? Let's not kid ourselves. And, you know, so, you know, Derry have made use of the Brandywell in the right way, and, you know, it's an all-weather pitch. That's just part and parcel of the way the game is going at the moment. You know, maybe in 10 years' time they'll be all banned again, but, you know, at the moment that's the way it is, and they have to make use of it, and they're making use of it because their home form is fantastic, and they're still a very, very good team. But at the same time, you have to deal with that, and, you know, nothing's going to change. There's no point in making excuses, which we don't do. You just have to get yourself prepared and practice on one, get the boys used to it, and but it is a different type of game. There's no doubt about that.
And you travelling Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Okay, and is that aspect of it good from a team spirit kind of point of view, like that they spend more time together, or is there a risk of cabin fever?
I'd say they're probably sick of each other. But no, the most important thing is when you have a group, you know, you need to, when you're nearly 24/7 in this league and you're in every day and you're professional players, you need players to get on with each other. And, you know, it's not to say that, you know, they don't have to be in each other's pockets all the time, but certainly you need that everyone shows each other respect. And I suppose part and parcel of a club like ours is that they get a lot more than, you know, maybe a club around Dublin, because you're travelling so much and obviously you have to go do overnight trips. So, but yeah, it's just part and parcel of where we are and how we do things. And you know, I never mind myself personally going the day before.
The guys in the squad, John, they're obviously putting their hands up, like Stephen Beattie did very well,
Yeah.
and left back the other day. So people are anxious to want you get into staying, I suppose.
Yeah, and Stephen did great. Obviously, you know, it's difficult when you've been out for 5 weeks, and particularly with the game on Saturday being a goal down, and with the heat, you know what I mean, and it takes its toll. But you know, at the same time, as I said, Danny Kane had done brilliantly the week before he came in. Obviously, Alan Bennett had. You know, the main thing is that you know, Kieran came off the bench. Kieran Sadler made a massive impact, to be fair, and created lots of opportunities for us. And then obviously Josh coming in off the bench, getting the goal, and hopefully this might get Josh going, because he's had a difficult start down here, but he's working really hard, and you know, he's looking anxious to get into the team. And you know, hopefully when you score a goal like that, hopefully it'll drive you on. And you know, so it's just the way it is. And you know, I suppose you look the other night and you're saying other lads that were on the bench, you know, the likes of Aaron Barry, who's done really well for us this year, Conor McCarthy, you know, it just shows, and Peter Cherry. So you know, but you know, it's good as well that, you know, Shane Griffin, Garrod Morrissey, Johnny Levy are coming back in, because you'll always have a few guys with injuries and suspensions out. So you know, if you have a bigger panel, it gives you a better chance when you have so many games together.
The bench is good as well. Like Toby hasn't been able to feature at all, apart from 1 or 2 League Cup games.
Yeah, well, it's just unfortunate that I suppose you can only play 11. There's a lot of competition in the defensive areas, and you know, Toby did well in the game against Waterford, but you know, obviously the fact that he hasn't been playing a lot of matches, you know, he took his toll a bit. But at the same time, he's there to be called, and it's just that the guys ahead of him, Colin Horgan, Stephen Beattie, Danny Kane, even Conor McCarthy for a spell, they've all just done well when they've gone in. And you know, that's just the way it is at the moment. You know, the lads are working really hard, they're up at the top of the table, so everyone wants to play, but you know, you can only pick 11 players at the end of the day. So but the most important thing is that the guys who are coming in off the bench every time they're coming on are doing really well, and that's what's important.